Hello, this is Spartan Commander, and this is a 701st Rome Total War Brotherhood game that I've put onto YouTube. I wanted to show this battle because I just wanted to show how effective morale sapping units can be in deciding a battle. Okay, during the course of this battle you will see two lots of morale sapping units in action and see how they can really influence the battle. Okay, our first teammate is Brotherhood member Barclayman. Now Barclayman's got 12 pikes, 5 archers and 3 cavalry. Okay, 12 pikes, 5 archers, 3 cavalry. Quick look at the upgrades on his pikes there, and you can see he's got 8 upgrades on. And like I said in another battle that many years ago, I spoke to a Greek clansman, and remember the Greeks were the best in the game with pike and spear factions, and he told me that 8 upgrades on Macedonian royal pikemen was the optimum upgrades to put on them. Don't put another stripe on them because the cost that it costs you for what you get is not worth it. But 8 upgrades on the royal pikemen are optimum, and that's what I heard from a Greek clansman, and no one's going to argue with them when it comes to pike and spear factions. Quick look at the upgrades on his cavalry, and he just got 7 upgrades and experience, stripe, gold shield, gold attack there. So that's a pretty good Macedonian army. Be interesting to see how well Barclayman does it uses it during the course of the battle. Okay, our next teammate is Brotherhood member First Prime. Now First Prime's got the bog standard 31k Roman army of 14 infantry and 6 cavalry. Okay, 14 infantry and 6 cavalry. The only thing that's a little bit different here is that if you notice he's got an eagle unit, okay, as well as his infantry general. So he's got a little bit of additional morale going on there for his infantry. But as I say, by and large, that's the bog standard 31k Roman army, 14 infantry, 6 cavalry. Our next teammate is myself, Spartan Commander. Has got his very old Greek cities army of 13 Spartans and 5 Cretan archers. And our last teammate is Brotherhood member Canary Curwa, who's got the Britannia faction. Now he's got 4 chosen swordsmen, 9 head hurlers, 1 slinger unit and 6 chariots. So he's got quite a diverse army there. And let's have a look at his chosen swordsmen there. And you'll see if you count the upgrades, they are fully upgraded. Now remember, these guys have got excellent morale, the same as urban cohorts, and you fully upgrade them and you'd be surprised on how good these infantry can be. So as I say, you can see there 9 upgrades, 3 experience, stripes, gold shield, gold attack. Now we move on to the infamous head hurlers. You'll see that he's got 7 upgrades on his head hurlers, an experience, stripe, gold shield, gold attack. Remember, these heads are effective against armor, and they cause so many casualties in such a quick time that they actually cause like a fear factor to enemy units there, where they suffer so many casualties. You'll see units kind of rout under the effect of so many heads hitting them. You'll see that these guys carry their heads on the belts there. Can you see how they've got the heads on the belts there behind them? Those of you that might not have seen them before. And he's got a slinger unit there as well. Unusual to see a slinger unit bought with the Britannia army, so it'll be interesting to see how well he uses that during the course of the battle. You can see the little pouch on their belts here for their slingshots. Now these chariots that he's got are the barbarian warlord chariots. Remember, Britannia's got 2 lots of chariots. They got the heavy chariots with 3 hit points that are about 580 denarii, and you've got these guys that are over 1,000 denarii, but you get 5 hit points. And I've experimented over the years with both types of chariots, and to be honest with you, these barbarian warlord chariots are superior to the heavy chariots. Those 2 extra hit points really do make a difference, and handled well, as we've seen in other battle videos, they can be battle winning troops. So there's our team there, and I think it's a very diverse team as well. You've got Barclayman with Macedon, we've got First Prime with Rome, myself with Greek cities, and Canary Curwa with Britannia. This is going to be a cracking battle for you to watch. And here is the other team. We have Brotherhood member Crypto. Now Crypto's got 7 archers, 2 chosen axemen, 2 knight raiders, 3 berserkers and 6 cavalry. So he's got a lot of different units in his army as well. Now remember, these chosen archers have got long range, they've got great defense, and they're so good you can use them as light infantry when they run out of arrows. So make no mistake, these chosen archers are elite units. And then we have the chosen axemen here. Remember, these guys have got effective against armor axes and can cut wide swathes through heavily armored troops like Roman troops there. And they can be extremely effective. Okay, then we move on to the infamous berserkers. Now remember, these guys have got 2 hit points, effective against armor maces, and massive morale sapping abilities. Okay, remember these guys, as I say, not just aggressive and attacking, but it's the morale sapping abilities that they've got that make them so dangerous. And I think pound for pound, possibly the most powerful units in the game. And then you've got the Night Raiders. Now remember, these Night Raiders are good infantry in their own right, but they bring a big fear factor as well. That's why I call Germanic infantry shock troops. Okay, because of the morale sapping ability that they've got, I think they really are shock troops there. It'd be interesting to see how well Crypto used them. Quick look on the cavalry upgrades there. You can see they've got 8 upgrades. Remember, these Gothic cavalry, very underestimated cavalry. Have a look at their specifications. You'll see how good they are. So that's a tried and tested Crypto Germanic army there, and I think it's going to be very, very effective. Okay, their next teammate is Brotherhood member Pompey. Now Pompey has got 12 Sacred Band Spearmen, 4 Slingers and 4 Cavalry. Quick look at his battle formation. If you notice here, his forward units have just got gold shield, gold attack on. Okay, if you notice that, and you go back into the battle formation even further, and it's still just got gold shield, gold attack on. But if you move further on back, count the upgrades on his Sacred Spearmen there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 fully upgraded Sacred Band Spearmen there. Okay, so all those units there are fully upgraded. So these forward units here with just gold shield, gold attack are going to take the pilers, make first contact with the enemy and weaken the enemy units. That's why he's only got gold shield, gold attack. And then he's going to bring his fully upgraded units forward to finish off the enemy. That's the thinking behind that battle formation. Pretty good formation there. Quick look at his cavalry. And he's got 7 upgrades and experience strike, gold shield, gold attack on his Sacred Band Cavalry. So I think that's a pretty solid Carthage army there. I'd be interested to see how well he uses it during the course of the battle. Their next teammate is Brotherhood member Spearman. Now Spearman's got 14 infantry, 1 war dog unit and 5 cavalry. If you look at the upgrades on his infantry, you'll see there they just gold shield, gold attack on his infantry. Now this cavalry here, he's got 8 upgrades on, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. But you don't see a cavalry formation like this these days. I think Spearman's the only guy, the only player that actually uses this battle formation here. Many years ago, this is what a lot of players used to do, put their cavalry in a battle formation like that. But it's only Spearman that does it now, and I think it looks pretty cool. And here you see a unit you don't see very often, war dogs. Okay, now you might think, well, war dogs on a 31k battlefield, not a very good idea, but you'd be surprised how useful these guys can be. They can go after archers, or they can actually chase light cavalry as well. So they have got their uses on the 31k battlefield, but they're kind of, not fantastic really for the 31k battlefield, but they can be quite useful. Okay, their last teammate is Brotherhood member Uther. Now Uther's got 9 pikes, 3 archers and 6 cavalry. Okay, 9 pikes. A quick look at the upgrades on his pikeman there, and you'll see there he's got 7 upgrades there, an experience stripe, gold shield, gold attack. Okay, if you move further back into his battle formation there, you'll see that he's got 8 upgrades. If you can count there, see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's got 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack in the units at the rear of his battle formation. So he's got mixed upgrades there. Quick look at the upgrades on his cavalry, and he looks like he's got 7 upgrades, an experience stripe, gold shield, gold attack on his cavalry. Okay, so that's a pretty good Seleucid army. Okay, so once again, this team is very diverse. You've got Germania with Crypto, you've got Carthage there with Pompey, you've got Rome Julii with Spearman, and we've got Seleucid with Uther. This should be a cracking battle for you to watch, and I hope you enjoy it. Okay, at this stage of the battle, I thought we would have a cavalry count, as this could be very, very pivotal in the course of the battle. So there's Crypto's got 6 cavalry. Pompey has got 4, so that's 10 cavalry so far. And then we've got another 5 here of spearmen, so that's 15 cavalry so far. And then we've got 6 for Uther. So the enemy have got 21 cavalry units. Okay, 21 cavalry units. Now that may prove pivotal during the course of the battle. We'll just have to see. Let's see how many cavalry we've got. So they've got 21. Okay, now we know that Barclayman has got 3 cavalry hiding in the long grass. Okay, so he's got 3 cavalry there in the long grass. That's 3. We got 6 here with first prime, so that's 9. That's 9 cavalry. Of course, I haven't got any because I'm Greek city, so that's 9. And we've got 6 chariots. So we've got 15 kind of combination of cavalry and chariots against 21 cavalry of theirs. As I say, maybe that may well make the difference towards the end of the battle, especially with the amount of cavalry that they have got. Okay, at this very, very early stage of the battle there, you'll see that both First Prime and myself had advanced forward there towards the enemy. Okay, let's say First Prime, one of the most aggressive attacking players in the game, and it'll be interesting to see what he does during the course of the battle. I'd just like to draw your attention here to Canary Curwa's. He's got 4 of his barbarian warlord chariots here. Now what he's going to do, I think, with those chariots is maybe get them behind the enemy team, so that the enemy are not only having to look forward at what our team are doing, but also looking behind them to see what the chariots are doing. So I think that's quite a good tactical move there by Canary, taking those chariots round the rear. And there you'll see a fast moving unit of cavalry there. Very often Barclayman uses that to try and activate berserkers, but in this game unfortunately he does try, but the Seleucid cavalry and the Germanic cavalry actually intercept him, so he doesn't activate the berserkers with that unit, although he does try there. But as I say there, the cavalry, the Gothic cavalry of Germania, will be watching him very carefully there. Okay, so as I say here, you can see, as I say, First Prime and myself are kind of advanced out in front of the main team there. I've got my archers now shooting into the enemy archers. You can see you've got Germanic archers there, plus you've got the Balearic slingers of Carthage there as well. As I say, the slingers are short range, but they still can be quite effective with those slingshots. So, and I think the slingers get 40 slingshots, whereas the archers just get 30 arrows. So they got more ammunition. This is a nice move by First Prime, bringing his cavalry in. Notice how he's taken out of wedge formation there and gone into normal formation for extra speed there. Chase down the, chase those slingers back a little bit there, out of range. And here you can see that Canary has brought his slinger unit forward there. And he could well soak up a lot of enemy missiles there with that slinger unit. Okay, just like to draw your attention here to Brotherhood member Spearman. Can you see that he split his army? He's brought his general over and 4 units there over in front of his Carthage ally there. And you can see that he's left his main army to hold its place in the battle line there. So that's a nice little tactical move there by Spearman. And as I say, it's kind of a bit of an archer battle at the moment. There you can see Barclayman using his archers and my Cretan archers as well, shooting into the enemy archers. I say the Cretan archers got long range and a good rate of fire, but they haven't got much defence, so they're not very good. As I say, for defence there, and they can be killed quite easily. Now here you can see Pompey doing a tactical right flanking movement there with his Carthage army, and also if you notice he's taking his slingers around the flank as well, probably with a view of trying to shoot into the flank of my Spartans as he's moving around the flank here. And you can see he's got his cavalry around there as well, possibly looking to target my Cretan archers there. But that's a nice aggressive move by Pompey. As we all know, Pompey is one of the most aggressive attacking players on Rome Total War. And you can see they're setting his credentials out there. But you can see here that Canary with his chariots in behind the enemy team can be a real nuisance. And you can see Canary bringing those chariots in there. And notice that Pompey is trying to move his cavalry out the way before those chariots hit. Very aggressive move here by Canary. Get ready for this. Bang! As he charges in there, bringing another chariot unit up from here as well. You can see there, it looks to me like he's trying to take out the Balearic slingers there with those chariots. Nice move there. Now if you notice here, can you see that Pompey has moved a lot of his spearmen away from his main battle formation there to try and counter the Britannia chariots? So it might be a good opportunity here for me to move my Greek city's army forward and hit his weakened battle formation there. I remember I was thinking that at the time. That could well be a good tactical move there. Well, he's moved a lot of his spear units away from his battle formation. Might be a good thing to hit what's left of his battle formation there. Here you can see First Prime bringing one of his cavalry units over here as well. They're not just killing enemy troops, look, but they're disrupting battle formations as well here. Look. Nice move there by both Canary and First Prime. Right here you can see now I've decided I'm going to hit that weakened battle formation of Pompey. It wouldn't surprise me if he moved that battle formation back, which he's done. I've managed to rout one of his forward units there, but he's moved back now out the way as he probably reforms his battle formation there. I'm moving back a little bit now. I'm going to pause again for a second. Now can you see here First Prime looked like he was going to move his Scipii army over towards my Greek cities, but he's been intercepted here and hit in the flank by Spearman. It looks like Spearman's going to bring his cavalry over as well there. So First Prime better be careful there, because there's a lot of cavalry, enemy cavalry out there. Remember, the enemy cavalry number 21. We've got a combination of cavalry and chariots that only number 15. Okay, so that could well make a difference, especially towards the end of the battle there. Okay, you can see, as I say, First Prime bringing his Scipii infantry over towards my Greek cities, but look at the impact of that combination of Julii infantry and Julii cavalry. Also there, can you see how many of First Prime's units have already started to rout? As I say, this is a very early stage of the battle. You can see that Crypto has activated one of his berserkers there, so the fear factor will already be starting to make itself known. And you can see there he's bringing his other berserker units in. He's got his Night Raiders there, which of course are another morale sapping unit, charging in there as well. So poor old First Prime's lost a lot of his troops. Can you see intimidated by nearby enemy? If you read the writing there, they're intimidated by nearby enemy, which of course is a sign that their morale is being sapped. Okay, so you can see a nice combination Julii attack, but look, you've got the Germanic Gothic cavalry with their 8 upgrades ready to smash into our centre as well. Okay, plus you've got Uther's cataphracts. Now as I say, remember they've got 21 cavalry against our 15 combined cavalry and chariots there, and they look like they're going to try and smash the centre of our battle formation here. As you can see them moving in. Poor old First Prime suffered a lot of casualties there already. So let's just see what happens here in the centre. Can we stabilise the centre of our battle line, or will it break? Right, oh my gosh, look how many units of First Prime's infantry have been broken. Now here comes the Germanic cavalry. Get ready for this. They're going to charge in there with their 8 upgrades. Bang! As they smash in there. Oh my gosh, look at that. And you can see the cataphracts coming in. Seleucid cataphracts coming in as well. And they're going to hit poor old First Prime. Look at them. Bang! As they smash in there. Okay, so basically you've got all the Germanic cavalry, all of the Seleucid cataphracts, plus you've got Spearman's cavalry in there as well. And plus you'll see they're all pouring into the centre here, trying to take out First Prime's army. If you notice there, you can see infantry as well. So not only have you got all that cavalry, you've got Spearman's infantry charging in. You can see Canary Curwa trying to bring his infantry forward there to try and stabilise, as I say, the centre of our battle formation there. He's bringing his head herders forward there so they can throw their effective against armour heads. But look at the situation there in our centre. Now here you can see the Carthage generals moved his Carthaginians forward towards my Greek cities, but I got a choice here. Do I move my Spartans over to the centre to try and help stabilise the centre of our battle line, or do I fight the Carthaginians? It's a difficult decision at this time. You can see Barclayman bringing his Macedonian pikemen over to the centre as well. I think we all recognise here that the centre could well be the make or break of the battle. This is a pivotal part of the battle here. And you can see there, you can see 2 berserkers have been activated so far by Crypto. And as I say, those morale sapping abilities there are quite phenomenal really. And there you are, you can see that cavalry and infantry really smashing into our centre. You can see First Prime's charges cavalry in to try and neutralise the enemy cavalry there, but his cavalry is starting to rout as well. Oh my gosh, let's pause again for a second. Okay, so bad news for us. All 3 berserker units of crypto have now been activated. Okay, so that's 3 berserker units there. Plus, as I say, you've got the Night Raiders as well. Those are real Germanic shock troops there. Plus, you can see, as I say, Spearman's Julii cavalry charging in there. You can see a lot of First Prime's units starting to rout. As I say, it looks to me like our centre's going to break, and this could well be quite a quick battle here. You've got the cataphracts of Uther charging through as well. So as I say, you can see here our centre looks like it's going to break. Now here you'll see that the Carthage general has moved his Sacred Band units back a bit there. So what I'm thinking now is I'm going to try and take my Spartans over to the centre and try and help hold the centre there against that massive attack that the enemy have thrown in there. And here's a nice move from Canary, trying to bring a couple of chariots into the rear of the attacking troops, but unfortunately he's intercepted by both Carthage cavalry and Julii cavalry there, and there's some Germanic cavalry are coming back as well. So those 2 Britannia chariot units have just been taken out there. It was a nice bit of battlefield awareness by the enemy team. Nice combination cavalry attack there, took the chariots, routed the chariots units out there. So as I say, nice battlefield awareness there by the enemy team. And that's 2 of Canary's chariots just taken out. Right, as you can see here, I'm bringing my Spartans across here into the centre because our centre looks in a critical condition here. It looks like it's about to break. And as I say, you can see here, unfortunately, Canary Curwer's general's been routed as well. He's got enough men left in that unit that it may well rally, but at this time, his general's been routed. And look, there's Macedonian units starting to rout here already as well. So as I say, this will be quite a short battle, as you will see just in a few minutes' time. Right, okay, you can see there a lot of our allies' units there just been routed there by that concerted massive cavalry and infantry attack in the centre there of our battle line. Okay, but as I say, you can see that I've taken my Spartans over there to try and help stabilise the centre there, but it's going to be difficult, I think. And you can see the Carthage Sacred Band unit starting to close in on my Spartans now. So as I say here, you can see, oh my gosh, you just saw a massive cataphract attack coming in from Uther there, routed a lot more of our allies' infantry. Just look at these cataphracts charging in here, plus the berserkers, plus the Night Raiders. Oh my gosh, what a massive impact that has got on our centre. Let's say all 3 berserkers are activated, plus you've got the Night Raiders in there as well. If you look at my infantry, look, intimidated by nearby enemy, that means that the morale of my units are starting to be sapped by those berserkers and Night Raiders there. Okay, but just look at the situation in our centre. As I say, it's quite a quick battle, but there was a reason I wanted to show you this battle, and I hope you'll find it interesting. You'll see in a minute there. Okay, so as I say here, my Spartans now, I've turned some Spartans to fight left there towards the Julii infantry and those berserkers. Okay, but just look at the penetration of these cataphracts of Uther's in combination with that berserker unit. Poor old First Prime is really being hammered there, and you can see our Britannia ally throwing in head hurlers there to try and help, but unfortunately there it looks like our centre's in a very, very difficult situation. Right, let's just pause the game for a second here. Okay, so you can see here I've turned some units here to face the enemy Germany and Julii units. I've got some units fighting Carthage there. My general's being attacked by berserker unit there by the looks of it. Yeah, you can see a berserker unit there. You can see that First Prime and my generals are together there, trying to give morale bonus to our troops, but with those berserkers closing in and those Night Raiders there, as I say, it could be a real problem for us. As I say, this is only a short battle here, as you will see there. Okay, as the enemy closing in now behind my Spartans there, as I'm expecting a Carthage attack at the front. Can you see all those Sacred Band moving towards my Spartans there? But just watch Uther's cataphracts here. Now this is a battle-winning move that he's going to do here, right? Okay, so as I say, see the cataphracts of Uther here. Can you see the target that he's going to go into? You can see my general unit has been routed there, so I've lost a general morale bonus. But if you notice there, the rear of my Spartans are very open to a massive cataphract attack. And I say this is you know, this could well be a battle winning tactic that you're just going to see now. Get ready for this. You can see that cavalry charging in there. Get ready for this for Uther's cataphracts coming in there. Get ready. Bang! As they smash in there. Just look at the impact of those cataphracts there. Right, I'm going to pause the game here because I just want to show you my Spartan army has now chain routed. Has just been mass routed there. Now you may well think that that fantastic cavalry charge by Uther has caused this chain rout, but that's only half the story. If you notice here, can you see there's 80 men in that unit, basically a full unit of Spartans. Another unit with 80 men in, a full unit of Spartans, and yet another one there with 80 men in. So these are full Spartan units that have been chain routed. Now, those, as I say, that fantastic cavalry cataphract attack by Uther there is only half the story. Okay, if you look at the other units, if you look at the enemy team here, what do you think is the invisible force that has helped cause me to chain route here? Okay, so you've got the cataphracts there, they're half the story. What do you think the other half of the story is that has made my units chain route? And I'm asking newer players to Rome Total War, because I know veterans will know exactly what I'm talking about. But if you think about an invisible force that is helping those cataphracts to route my units there, can you think about what that can be? Okay, I know veterans will know this, but newer players to Rome Total War may not. Okay, so as I say, 80-man units chain routing with excellent morale. Well, of course, what it is the morale sapping abilities of the Germanic troops, the berserkers. Okay, there's 3 berserker units been activated plus the Night Raiders. So the berserkers and Night Raiders are really sapping morale away from my troops, and those cataphracts charging in there has just come in at the right time. So my morale of my Spartans are being really sapped by those morale sapping units, and then those cataphracts coming in finished me off there. And as you can see, it's a mass rout now of all my Spartans there. So as I say, you know, you can see my Greek cities general and you can see First Prime's general both been routed as well. But I think that the morale sapping abilities of berserkers and Night Raiders are very underestimated. And as you can see there, they've routed mass, well, it's caused a mass rout in combination with the cataphracts of my Spartans there, who have, by the way, excellent morale. So as I say, that was quite a shocker there, and as I say, that it will be quite a quick battle now, because obviously with my Spartans taken out, the enemy team will well, look like they're going to go on to win there. You can see there that Barclay man has used his Macedon troops there to form a bit of a pike wall, and he's attacking the Seleucids there. But I just thought that was interesting, especially to newer players of Rome Total War there, to see a combination of morale sapping troops and big cavalry hits, and what they can do to even Spartan units with 80 men in those units there. Just look how those berserkers and cataphracts are really just going, finishing off my Spartans there. I've got a couple of Spartans still fighting, a couple of Spartan units still fighting, but they're just going to get taken out. So that was a great display there. As I say, I thought it was great to see the shock troops of Germania and the cataphracts of Seleucid working together there to rout my Spartan army. So as I say, that's my army gone, and the enemy will probably now go on to win the battle there. So I just thought you might find that useful. You can see Barclay man's cavalry, archers there shooting. I've still got 3 archer units left, I think. There, yeah, I've still got 3 archer units left, so my army is not completely destroyed, just all my Spartans are now dead at this time. Okay, and as I say, with my Spartan army gone now, you see the enemy team will probably go on to win the battle there. But I just thought you find that, hope you found that interesting about how the Spartans there were mass routed there by a combination of morale sapping units and the big cataphract hit there. Okay, you can see here now Pompey moving his Carthage sacred band forward. Now they've taken out my Spartans. He can now concentrate on the Macedonians there. Remember that Carthage punches above its weight when it comes to fighting the big 120 man units of, say, Macedon. And plus, with my units running through them, my routing units running through, my allies will lower their morale even more there. But now, as I say, you can see the Carthaginians starting to concentrate on our Macedonian ally. And of course they had that big cavalry advantage there, so you can see Crypto there bringing his Germanic cavalry probably in behind us there. So he'll probably be attacking our archers and getting into the rear of our units there. This is a nice attack here by Canary Curwa with his chariots, like bang, as he charges in there. Now that was a nice hammer and anvil attack there. You can see that he's routed Uther's Seleucid general. So that was a nice hit there. Barclayman being the anvil and a Canary Curwa being a hammer did what they wanted to there, routed the Seleucid general. I thought that was a nice combination hit there by both of them. So well done to Canary Curwa there with his chariots there. Nice little tactic there. And here you can see his head herders throwing loads of those effective against armor heads into the enemy troops. Make no mistake, that would have helped rout that Seleucid general. Remember, Seleucid is not very good morale, but here you can see more of our Macedonian allies starting to rout here as I say, more pressure is put on them there by the Seleucids. But these head herders, make no mistake, notice how he's got them in close tight formation for more impact and more damage, as Barclayman's got his archers in close formation as well. Okay, so see these two Spartan units, these two battle damaged Spartan units that have rallied. Okay, just make a note of those, because I think these two could be useful during the course of the battle. Okay, I know two rallied Spartan units might not look very important, but they could be a little bit useful later on in the battle there. But as I say, here you can see the Carthaginians really making inroads into our Macedonian ally there. As I say, don't forget those Carthage Sacred Band units punch above their weight when it comes to the big 120 man pike units that they fight in there. Okay, here you can see those cataphracts of Uther there still doing damage. And over here now you'll see Barclayman moving some of his pikemen forward more into the centre. But to here you can see several of the Seleucid pike units have been routed now, so that's good news for us. So Barclayman's doing well with his Macedonian pikemen there, with the help of those head hurlers of Canary. As I say, doing a good job there. You'd be surprised the damage that these head hurlers can do with those effective against armour heads there. They would have really been helping Barclayman to rout some of Uther's Seleucid pikemen there. Okay, so you can see there that Barclayman's making a line of pikes. Now here, as I say, you can see that the Carthage Sacred Band are really pushing in there on I think it's Barclayman's general unit. Okay, at the back here, as I say, you can see that Crypto's moving his Gothic cavalry around behind us there, probably looking to take out our missile troops and maybe smash into the back of our tired battle damaged troops there. But there you are, you can see him attacking our missile troops there. As I say, the cavalry advantage that they had seems to be bearing fruit for them at this stage of the battle. There, a nice move there by Crypto, very aggressive there with those cavalry units. But as I say here, you can see that the Carthage general there is concentrating on the Macedonian general. That's good news for us. I think the Julio general's just been killed here, but can you see how many Carthage Sacred Band units Pompey's putting in to take out the Macedonian general there? So make no mistake, that's a deliberate move there. He knows Macedon morale's not very good. Take the general out, and that could cause problems there. Let's say you can see Canary Curwa moving his chariots around. If you notice there, enemy troops are frightened by enemy chariots, and of course that takes morale away from them as well. So we've got our own morale sapping units. Now you are, he's charging those chariots in, that bang there, charge them in there, being a nuisance there to the enemy troops. Okay, now here you'll see those two Spartan units that I highlighted earlier. Those two rallied Spartan units are engaged now. Unfortunately there, Pompey has done what he wanted to and has routed Barclayman's Macedonian general. But if you notice here, I've got my two Spartan spear units that I've brought back into the fray. They're attacking Carthage units, but as I say, with the Macedonian general gone, then that's a morale bonus taken away from us here. You can see here the enemy Seleucid and enemy Julii infantry there moving in on some of our units. There's a Germanic general there. Hopefully we might take him out, maybe possibly with that Macedonian unit there, take the morale bonus away. But as you can see here, it's a real messy battle. There's so much going on all over the battlefield there. You can see Barclayman taking his archers round there, looking to get an angle on the enemy there. You'll see I've got my archers there. I want to get in behind the enemy troops and start shooting arrows into the rear of those engaged enemy troops. That's what I want to do. And there you are. You can see my Spartan units are already, those 2 Spartan units are already starting to make inroads into those Carthaginians there. Right, you can see now I'm starting to bring those 2 units in. There's a nice Germanic cavalry hit into the back of one of our Macedonian allies there. And here you can see Canary Curwa bringing his chariot units forward there, using the fear factor there to lower their morale. I think that's our Britannia general's just been taken out. Right, here you can see, I thought this was a nice move by Barclayman here. He got in behind them, but here you can see enemy Julii troops and Seleucid pikemen moving in on the rear of our engaged troops there. As I say, it's a very messy battle. There's just so much going on all over the battlefield at the moment. Okay, but here you can see I've got my archers in behind the enemy troops and are now shooting arrows into the rear of those Carthaginian troops. You can see, as I say, a good move here by Barclayman. Bringing that Macedonian unit in behind those Carthaginians there. That's a nice move there. And you can see there, did you see my Spartan unit just glow? That Spartan unit just got a battlefield promotion. Remember, if a unit does well, it gets a battlefield promotion, so that unit has now got a stripe on it as my Spartans are moving in on those Carthaginians. Now make no mistake, I'm going for that Carthage general. Okay, with my 2 Spartan units, I'm heading for that Carthage general. I want to take the Carthage general out if I can. As I say, you can see Barclayman's pike unit here moving forward as well. We've probably both got the same idea here of trying to take out the Carthage general, take the morale bonus away from the enemy team there. Okay, you can see my Spartans moving in, moving forward here towards those Carthage Sacred Band. Plus, don't forget, my archers are shooting into them as well, trying to cause them casualties as my Spartans move forward. Right, now I'm going to just concentrate on that Carthage general there. You see I'm moving forward there. Let's move forward there. Right, let's pause the game for a second. So, we've got all these Julii troops here, Spearman's Julii troops, plus the Seleucid pikemen of Uther, all moving forward onto this 1 Macedonian unit there. Okay, so they look like they're going to break that unit. You've got a unit of First Prime's Scipii infantry coming in from the flank there, trying to help. But once they take out those 2 units there, you've got all that enemy infantry is going to move in on us. Okay, if you notice here, my 2 Spartan units, I'm still moving forward. I want to try and take out that Carthage general. Take the morale bonus away. You've got Barclayman's Macedonian unit moving in on them as well. So, as I say, going for that Carthage general if I can. As I say, I've got my archers shooting at them as well. And you can see my Spartans now moving towards the Carthage general. You can see there's fire arrows going into those Carthage Sacred Band units there. As I say, really going for that general there. You can see my Spartans really advancing forward there. I got him, I think. We got the Carthage general, so this is good news for us, taking the morale bonus away from the enemy team. So that's really good. As I say, we're concentrating on them with arrow fire, archer fire, plus both Barclayman and myself are trying to take them out with our units there. So that's good news for us. But look at the enemy troops now that have still left. You've got the Julii infantry plus those Seleucid pikemen as well. Okay, so as I say, just look at what we've got left. I think I've got my 2 Spartan units, and I think, from what I can see there, we've got 1 Macedon pike unit left there. That's all we've got. And there's a Scipii unit of First Primes there as well, very battle damaged against this enemy infantry there. Now, as you can see there, I'm being very aggressive with my Spartans. I'm not holding back. I'm going straight into those Seleucid pikemen. I might have Julii infantry trying to attack my flanks, but you can see I'm moving forward into those Seleucid pikemen there. Now here you can see Barclayman alt attacking with his archers. Okay, let's pause the game for a second there. Now whether they've completely run out of arrows, I don't know, or whether he's just decided to alt attack there because we need their swords to attack. That's how desperate we are for troops now. Alt attacking with our archers there, charging in with those Cretan archers there. Okay, so as I say, I think Barclayman's got 1 pike unit left. That's all we've got. And I've got my 2 rallied Spartan units left. That's all we've got now, infantry wise there. So don't forget, those archers are only light infantry, but he's charging them in there. We've got those Seleucid archers there of Uther coming in behind us as well, if you notice. But my Spartans are pressing on against those Seleucid pikemen. Plus, look at those alt attack archers coming in on those Seleucid pikemen. Bearing in mind they've lost their general, so their morale's not very good. Those Seleucid pikes could well rout now. But you can see that Juliite infantry has got round the flank of my Spartans, looking like they're going to come in on my Spartans there. You can see that. Okay, good, we've managed to rout those 2 Seleucid units, but now we've got that Juliite infantry coming in on the flank. I'm going to have to turn my Spartans now to face that Juliite infantry. Just look how close this battle is. We've got those Juliite infantry, 3 units of Juliite infantry. All we've got is 1 pike unit, 2 Spartan units, and these alt attack archers, light infantry. And you can see that First Prime's got Scipio unit there that he's brought back in, but that's all we've got now. There you can see, so that is going to show how close this battle is. Bearing in mind that I lost the bulk of my Spartan army early on. You can see here, I think we've done quite well. But that Juliite infantry is charging in there. I've got my archers shooting into it as well. Over here, got my archers there shooting arrows. I'm not using fire arrows, I'm using ordinary arrows because I want to cause as many casualties as I can into that Juliite infantry. Here I've got another archer unit shooting into him as well there. So as I say, you can see them really moving in. If they start to rout our alt attack archers, they could get a mass rout going here. You can see there Spearman being very aggressive with his infantry. You can see I'm moving my Spartans forward into them as well, and it looks like we've routed the last of the enemy troops there. Oh my gosh, it looks like our team has just about managed to go on to win this battle. Oh my gosh, that was such a close battle there. And I remember when I lost all my Spartans in this battle, I thought, well, that's it, it's going to be a short game now. But just look how spread out the battle is. Over here on the right flank here, you can see where there was a tussle between chariots and Sacred Band cavalry there. You can see the dead. Over here you can see more of a tussle here between chariots and Sacred Band cavalry as well. As you move across the battlefield here, more dead. Over here you can see chariots there. You can always spot the chariots there. And then if we move over into where the most intense fighting was, look at my red cloaked Spartans there. Look at that big group there that got taken out. You can see there's hardly any dead troops around them at all. That's how they were killed by that cataphract attack and the effect of those morale sapping units. Look at the amount of dead Spartans there. As I say, the red cloaked Spartans really show up on the grass, don't they? Or you can really see them. And as we move further over into the battlefield here, it's kind of like a carpet of dead here as we move across. Just like you can tell the intensity of the fighting here. I mean, look at this. It's literally a carpet of dead here, isn't it? Cavalry, it's like mostly cavalry there. As you move over here, you can see Uther's cataphracts, a lot of Uther's cataphracts dead there. Here you can see a lot of the Britannia troops have been taken out. As we move over here, you'll see dead Macedonians and Seleucid pikemen there. You can see, as I say, it's quite a spread out battlefield. You can see Germanic cavalry here where they were killing the Britannia troops. But at the end of the day, that's all the units that we've got left there. That's everything we've got left. So here you can see First Prime's got 1 unit with 12 men in. Let's see my Spartan units there. I've got 1 unit. What's that? 21 men there. See, not a lot of that's it. And I thought they did quite well actually, those 2 units in the end. And as I say, you've got a lot of archers here. Barclayman's archers, but Barclayman only had 1 infantry unit left. That's all he had left at the end of this battle, just to show you how close this battle was at the end there. It could have gone genuinely either way there. And over here you'll see the last enemy unit, an archer unit there has been alt attacked against my Cretan archers there. So as you can see there, remember these chosen archers are really tough. They got good defense. and they're really effective light infantry here, but they're being shot by arrows as well as fighting these guys, so they are going to rout there. So just to say, a very, very close battle there, and as I say, it looks like our team has just about managed to go on to win the battle there. Okay, first thing I'd like to say is really well played to everybody in the game. I thought everybody played really well there, and as you can see, it was a close victory there. So as I guess we all thought it would be. And the highest kills in the game goes to Brotherhood member Barclayman with Macedon. I thought he played extremely well there, 1,900 kills. Really good kills for Barclayman there, handled Macedon extremely well. I see a few Brotherhood members are good with Macedon these days. Well done to Crypto, got some good kills with Germania. So well done to him there with his morale sapping units. Well done to Pompey, got some good kills there with Carthage as well. Well done to him. Well done to Spearman. Possibly didn't get the kills that he wanted to there, but he was supporting all over the battlefield. Well done to Spearman. And well done to Uther. 1,861 kills. Second highest kills in the game. And I bet a lot of those kills were my Spartans when he smashed into the back of them with that great attack. So really well played, guys. Okay, that old Spartan army of mine, 1,400 kills. Bearing in mind, I was smashed and crashed by a combination of morale sapping units and cataphracts going into the rear of me. 1,400 kills, I think that's pretty good. I'm pretty pleased with that. Well done to Barclayman, as I say, with the highest kills in the game. He did well. Well done to First Prime, possibly didn't get the kills that he wanted to there, but he was smashed and crashed in the centre there, wasn't he, as we saw. So to get 960 kills was good. Well done to Canary Curl, got some good kills with Britannia there, using his chariots very well. And what a diverse battle as well there. I mean, in our team we had Greek cities, Macedon, Rome and Britannia, very diverse team, and the other team had Germania, Carthage, Rome and Seleucid, another very diverse team. So it was a very diverse battle. The main reason I wanted to show this battle was just to show you the effect of morale sapping troops, you know, and what they can do to enemy troops there, in combination with them being attacked by their allies' troops. So I just hope you enjoyed that. Okay, this is Spartan Commander saying please give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the battle, or please leave us a comment. It's always nice to read what you think about our battles. Bye for now.